Welcome back to Sports Talk with Jordan. We're going to be doing more NFL hot takes with Jacob. We're going on to part 3 now, the AFC West. So, we're going to be starting from best team in the division to worst team in the division. And so, obviously, that means we're going to be starting with the Kansas City Chiefs. Jacob, what do you think about the Chiefs?
I think the Chiefs, I see nothing different from them. Mahomes' best quarterback. They have McCole Hardman. They have Tyreek Hill. They have Travis Kelce. Well, the loss of Sammy Watkins might hurt a little bit. They have a great O-line. They have an above-average O-line to protect Mahomes, Mitchell Schwartz, and Joe Tooney. The defense has played solid, middle-of-the-road defense. And Patrick Mahomes coming off the worst game of his career, I think he's going to come back for revenge. But I don't think he's going to get much revenge. But I see them having a cheap-like season, anywhere between 13-4 and 15-2.
Yeah, I completely see what you're saying. I do see the Chiefs in the future going on a slow decline because Pat Mahomes is an expensive guy. And the Chiefs, I don't know. I don't see that defense holding up very well. So it's going to be interesting to see if they fall a little, stay the same, get even better. Who knows? But what we do know is that we're now moving on to the Las Vegas Raiders. Jacob, what do you think about them?
They're just bad. They're bad. They lost Nelson Aguilar. They lost Rodney Hudson and Trent Brown, who are two stud linemen. They have no potential. They don't have much left. Just bad. Derek Carr's mediocre. Josh Jacobs is overrated. I can't see him getting more than 1,000 total yards. Well, while Darren Waller is easily a top 5 tight end, he can't do much with a mediocre quarterback. The defense is below average. And while John Gruden always powers through to make them an under-the-radar and usually a pretty average team, I can't see them getting more than 5 wins this year. So I see them in the range of 3-14 and 5-12.
So I have slightly higher expectations for Las Vegas, and I can see them going up anywhere from 6-11 to 9-8. I see a lot more potential than I think you do. I just feel that they're going to show what they really have this year. I think this is going to be a breakout season for them. Normally average, but this year above average by a little.
But I do think that this year will be crucial to the development of Henry Ruggs. So while they may not be very good, I think Henry Ruggs is going to take a big step this year, taking on the number 1 wide receiver on the Las Vegas Raiders, taking on that role.
I completely see what you're saying. And now on to the Chargers. What do you think about the Chargers and their young quarterback?
I love them. They're going to be they're underrated, they're under the radar, but they're going to be great. I see Justin Herbert having a near MVP season, over 4,200 yards, 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He's going to be great. Keenan Allen's a top 10 receiver. I have a jersey. He's my favorite receiver. Austin Eckler's a solid running back. They signed Corey Linsley to nail down try to get a solid O-line. The defense is great. Casey Hayward, Chris Harris Jr., and Derwin James Jr., who's a stud safety when he stays healthy. They got rid of their coach last year, whose name escapes me currently, but he wasn't good. He hurt them really bad. But I think they're going to be great this year. I can see them ranging anywhere from 9-8 to 12-5.
Yeah, I completely agree. Last year they were probably a lot more inconsistent as they won a lot of games, but as you know, in the middle of the season they lost 45-0 to the New England Patriots, unfortunately. So it's going to be interesting if they stay that way or if they have a breakout season. So, and finally, up to the last team in the division, last place this year, the Denver Broncos. What do you think about them?
I don't know. The Broncos, I think they're the biggest wild card in the NFL. The Broncos and Cardinals, 2 biggest wild cards. While they do have stud receiving core with Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, And who else is on that receiving core board?
The name escapes me. I have no idea.
Yeah, one more good guy. I know you guys probably know him. I don't know about the running back core. I know Philip Lindsay left, but I think Melvin Gordon can be solid. They do have a solid defense. Their O-line's slightly below average, but it's all going to come down to one guy, and that guy's going to be Drew Lock. I do not think Drew Lock is the guy. I think they need to trade their number 9 overall pick, trade up to the number 4 overall pick, take Trey Lance. Trey Lance is going to be a stud, and I can see them going places within the next couple of years. But this year, total wild card, anywhere between 7-10 and 10-7.
So, for me, I see the Denver Broncos having a lot better of a season than you do. And I think my biggest hot take, maybe of this entire series, is that the Broncos make the playoffs. I think they've been rebuilding. They had some tough seasons after Manning left. So, who knows what'll happen. And that, I guess, is going to do it for the AFC West Part 3. Stay tuned for Part 4 of this series when we take a look at the AFC South. And